The Wake County Warriors. Brian returned to playing baseball for the first time this season after being sidelined for a couple years with an eye injury. As you might expect, Brian was a bit rusty at the plate and in the field, but I'll be honest with you, as I was with Brian, there was some question about his role that he would fill this year on the team. But what Brian was missing in terms of recent baseball experience, he more than made up for in enthusiasm, commitment, hustle, and character. And that's made him a leader on this team. He's filled critical roles that are often overlooked in baseball, like the valuable pinch runner in key situations, and he's been a solid backup at second base for making some key plays in different games. But most of all, he's exemplified what it means to play for the love of the game and be willing to support and encourage teammates in all circumstances. And our team has been better for this year for having you on the team, Brian, and we really appreciate all you brought to our team this year. You'll be missed next year as you continue your education at Liberty University. So thank you. We have a gift for Brian. These flowers are for his mom, so Terry, don't feel bad. We brought those for your mom. Take them home. Thanks, Brian. Our next senior has been with the Wake County homeschool program for five or more years. I'm not sure. I know at least 5 years, and is the only player on our team to have experienced our last trip to the Homeschool World Series. Caleb Furlow is the son of Charles and Sandy Furlow from Willow Springs. You guys come on out. Escort your mom there, Caleb. How about that? I knew this year was going to be challenging for Caleb, as most of the players he played with for 3 years graduated. And on top of that, his dad, who had led the team for 2 years as head coach, stepped down in that role because of some changes in his job. And Caleb has more than met that challenge and been the quiet but influential leader that I hoped he would be. He's excelled on the field, leading the team in RBIs and extra base hits, as well as being a solid force at shortstop and on the mound. He's also served as an example of both fiery competitiveness as well as encouraging leadership to his teammates. Ironically, an example of my respect for Caleb came in a bit of a heated exchange we had during a tense moment during the HWSA regional tournament last week, where I actually removed Caleb from the game for a burst of anger. It's easy for such a thing to cause a rift between a coach and a player, but the inning wasn't even over before Caleb came to me, not just to apologize, but to talk it out and to discuss the issue. And the result was not only a better understanding of each other, but at least, in my opinion, a stronger bond between us as coach and player. And I just value that. That's the kind of leadership I think that speaks loudly. We have not had captains on this team, but if there's someone that has served in that role without the title, it would be Caleb Furlow. Not many players or parents have been more a part of or given as much to this program as Caleb and his mom and dad. And I'm sorry Charles couldn't be here tonight. He's on a business trip, but I know he'd be as proud of his son as the other coaches and I are. And we'll miss you, Caleb, next year, and wish you God's blessings. And now if you'd join me in prayer, and then we'll have the announcement of the starting lineup.